Hello, I'm Mayor McFarland, and it's my honor to be able to introduce you today to a very special project here on the State of the City. We're here today on North Highland Avenue at our new police headquarters. But before we take you through, we want to take you a little further back to show you how we've gotten to this point.
How did we go from a hospital to the new headquarters of our police department? It's a plan that was years in the making. The current headquarters was built in the early 70s. However, because of growth over the years, staff has had to be housed in 6 different buildings. The Criminal Investigations Division, for example, had to be located to a site across from Black Fox Elementary, a few miles from headquarters. The vision by police administration and city officials was to someday have a headquarters that could handle growth of a department, not only from staff, but for resources as well. Then opportunity arose when one of the hospitals located on Highland Avenue was preparing to make a move of its own. That hospital was Murfreesboro Medical Clinic, which had called Highland home since 1979. However, with new and growing development for the medical community in the Gateway area, MMC moved to its present location on Garrison Drive in 2013. What remained on Highland Avenue was a massive building with all kinds of potential the Murfreesboro Police Department would need for a new headquarters. Additionally, this was a location that would keep them close to the downtown area and the heart of Murfreesboro. The city of Murfreesboro agreed to purchase the Murfreesboro Medical Site in December of 2013, and demolition would begin the following year. As demolition continued on-site, plans were presented to City Council members in March of 2015. With input from council members, plans were soon finalized and the vision of the new headquarters would be brought to life. Tours to various police headquarters across the country provided inspiration to what Murfreesboro police and city leaders wanted as their new HQ.
The building plan for the Highland property incorporates virtually all of the modern design concepts that we saw when we visited sites in California and Colorado and Utah. And at the same time, they're built around the design needs of the facility as have been articulated by the end users.
The new headquarters would be a facility that embraced the latest in crime-solving technology, including a state-of-the-art simulator, a vehicle examination garage, and a 911 communications center like no other. As construction continued, a groundbreaking for the new headquarters was held in June of 2016 and would bring together former police chiefs, council members, and city officials. There was excitement in the air that day with what everyone knew was coming. This headquarters was going to be special. The end result will be a headquarters built not just for the present, but for the future as well. A facility with the ability to adapt to growth, and with the technology and resources now available, will make the Murfreesboro Police Department one of the most equipped in the state and beyond to tackle criminal activity and keep everyone safe.
All right, I'm excited to take you inside. We've got Chief Bowen waiting, so let's walk through. Chief.
Good morning, Mayor.
Good morning. Hey, here with Chief Mike Bowen. We're here in the headquarters of your new police department. We're here in the lobby, and really wanted to give you a little information about what you're seeing. So, Chief, tell me, how big is the new building?
It's approximately 135,000 square feet. It's a big improvement from what we currently have.
Absolutely. Well, and what's cool, we were just joking about this. We're now standing in. This building was the old Murfreesboro Medical Clinic, so we're standing in the pediatric wing. So I think we both have had some snotty kids and shots and all kinds of things that's been here actually in this building.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. A lot of memories bringing kids in here on a regular basis, it seems. So.
Yeah. So, Chief, tell us a little bit about some of the special features in the building, some of the rooms. I know we've got an exercise facility. What are some of the things that we've got?
We do. As we continue to focus on employee wellness, one of the things that we wanted to design in this building was a place for employees to be able to work out and take care of themselves. We also invested in a simulator, which will help us train with intermediate levels of force. And I think today training is the key to any law enforcement agency, being able to provide adequate training to our employees, and that simulator will be a big benefit in the long run.
Well, something that way before community policing became a buzzword in our country, our police department here in Murfreesboro has been doing that many, many years. And I think that's something that we're really excited about, that, you know, the area that we're in, when the hospital pulled out and moved out to Medical Center Parkway, you know, it left a void in this area. And so now we're the anchor for this whole downtown area. So I know that's something y'all are excited about.
Yes, sir, and that's one of the things we discussed when we decided to go with this property, was the ability to bring life to an old facility and hopefully keep this neighborhood revitalized and growing. So.
All right. Well, we're going to take you through and show you some of the cool features in the building. Again, it's our pleasure to have you see what we've been seeing for quite some time. We were just talking that this project has been going on for how long as far as planning, not just the construction, but how long have we been working on this?
We acquired the property in 2013, but I know that we began talking about the project in 2012, so it's been a long time coming. So.
Absolutely. Well, we're very excited, and we're excited to take you through and see some new things here in our building. We want to welcome you to our community room. I think two themes that you're going to see as we take you through our new headquarters. Community, that's one of the things that has been important with our police department and really the city of Murfreesboro, is making sure that our officers and our entire team are not just seen as someone that are riding around, but they're part of the community. And that's one of the reasons that our team has been so successful. The second theme I think you're going to see, and you'll see the TV screens back behind us, this facility is state-of-the-art. All of the technology, everything that's in this building is absolutely state-of-the-art to be able to provide the residents in this community the most benefit with all the technology that is offered actually in the country, and really I would tell you in the world right now. So you're going to be impressed by what you see. Chief, tell us a little bit about the community room.
Well, community engagement is important to us, so we want to have a place in this building where the community can come, speak, talk to us, hold meetings,
Sure.
and have events. So in designing the building, we put that in place, but we also wanted to have some training room overflow, so this place can also serve as a training facility. And then it also gives us a place during specific events where we need to maybe brief the media, to where we can come in here and have a location to do that. In serious events or things that require us to activate the EOC, some of the features that you point out, like the TVs, this can actually work as an EOC overfill room, to where we can bring staff up here and they can be connected directly to the EOC Operations Center and know what's going on in real time.
Absolutely, and that's part of the thing with our building, really not just with the entire community, but it's really when we talk about the EOC or the Emergency Operations Center, that there's so many municipalities and different jurisdictions that we work hand in hand with, that we've designed a building to be able to work with the entire community. And when I say community, I mean the entire law enforcement community. So that's something we're really proud of also. It is,
and having learned a lot from the Rutherford rally, we feel that should that situation arise again, that we're better prepared as far as facilities and capabilities.
All right, well, let's go check out more of the building. All right, we want to welcome you to arguably what's one of the most important features and important places in this building. This is our dispatch and our communications center, really the lifeline of this entire building and really the city. When you call in and you need help, these are the individuals that are going to route you and route the emergency service personnel to the specific places they need to go. Now, I want to give you a little forewarning. We're still under a little bit of construction in here, so we're still working through and cleaning up, but we are so proud of this area. I was just walking through with some of the staff, and they were showing me some of the individual items that are so important with our dispatch. You know, now our dispatch, they have no windows. It's a really cramped space, and with the calls that these individuals will take, they need to be able to have the ability to be able to decompress after a call, to be able to be in a calm environment. Not only does that benefit them, that benefits you, the resident. So, Chief, tell us a little bit about what we have in here.
Well, our communication section, they do an awesome job for us day in, day out, and we're really proud of that. One of the big things that we needed to look at when we moved to this new facility was giving them a suitable work environment to where the stresses of every day of doing the job every day
Sure.
had less of an impact on them. So some of the things that we wanted to build into this were break rooms, areas for them to be able to go de-stress after a critical call.
Sure.
Plus we had to look long term. If we are ever up here for sustained operations that take a long time period, that we needed to be able to provide our employees with the ability, the places to rest, be able to cook, should they not be able to leave the building for an extended period.
Sure. Well, and there's things that go into this building that you really, as a resident, don't think about, and even as a mayor, I didn't think about. You know, we now have the ability where our staff, they can look out, they can see the outside, but you know, with that means that the windows had to be hurricane proof, they had to be earthquake proof, and the entire building is designed to be able to, no matter what natural disaster occurs or no matter what circumstance happens, that this building really can function independently to make sure that the residents get the services that they provide. So we're so proud of this area. We're so proud of our communications team, and I think if you asked any of our officers or really any of our staff, they're the ones who make sure that the information that saves lives every day, that gets to the people who need that information to be able to provide that service. So we're excited about this just as much as any portion of our building.
Well, Mayor, are you ready to check out the Criminal Investigations Division?
Yeah, let's go check it out. All right, now we're in CID, which stands for the Criminal Investigation Division. And really, Chief, I know something you're excited about is we have personnel that are really strolled all through the city. And so how many people are you bringing over? And tell us a little bit about this area.
Well, currently we occupy 6 different buildings under our current setup. This facility will let us bring everybody back under one roof again, which will help us tremendously.
Sure.
As far as operations are concerned. Our CID division for several years right now has been renting a realty space across town, so they're kind of off by themselves. There's about 50 employees, including civilian staff over there.
Yeah.
So we'll be able to bring every one of them back into this location and operate once again under one roof.
Yeah, well, tell us a little bit about this. Obviously, this is a big area. Tell us a little bit about what you've got and how this is set up.
In our current facility, we found that anytime we wanted to move or change offices, we had to move walls and things of that nature. So the whole intent with this building was to do things by furniture design. So we went with the Bay Area concept.
Yeah.
And as we grow or as we change our organizational structure, we'll be able to move furniture versus putting up walls and changing walls.
Sure. All right, well, let's take a look at one of the cubicle areas where our staff will be working, and you can get a better feel of what they do every day. Chief, tell us what we're looking at.
Right now you're looking at a cubicle setup for our criminal investigators. Currently in the rental property they each have individual offices, so our intent here was to set up the cubicles to where specialized units would have their own cubicle.
Sure.
You can have the violent crimes detectives in this particular section to where they can work together as a group, collaborate on cases. And we also have meeting rooms that are around the perimeter of this particular section to where they can go have confidential meetings, things of that nature as well.
Sure. And something that's really big with as many employees as we have, and really in the work environment, not just in the governmental side, but the private side, is really workers' comp and some of those things. So these spaces are designed, the desks raise and lower to be able to people who have back issues or several things. So you've got a lot of different things that are really designed to make sure that the employee is taken care of.
Correct, and we continue to focus on employee well-being, their health, and these desks, especially if you're stuck at a desk hours on end, it gives them the ability to stand up, sit down as needed. And of course, not everybody's the same shape and size, so
Sure.
It gives some customization to the individual. Mayor, as part of the building, we have the evidence processing area, but we also have a vehicle exam bay area, and those are 2 areas I'd like to show you right now.
All right, let's check it out. Chief, this is a very specialized area that we've got here, our evidence area. Tell us a little bit about it.
Yes, sir. What we are doing is we're upgrading, improving the way that we process evidence. So this particular area will let officers bring their evidence in. They'll be able to barcode the evidence, and they'll be able to put it into a locker system. They'll scan that locker, and then on the other end, the record staff will receive that property. It's really great in maintaining that chain of custody with evidence, and it will really streamline our operations as far as evidence is concerned.
Great. Because I mean, one of the things that's extremely important when you have any type of investigation, it's sort of a chain of evidence. It's how that evidence is handled, and really we feel like this will make it more efficient on how all of our officers, our detectives, and our criminal investigation division can handle the processing of evidence.
That's correct, and currently under state accreditation there are standards for evidence room, but long term I would like to look at national accreditation for the property room.
That's great.
Mayor, would you like to go check out the Emergency Operations Center?
Sure. Well, Chief, I know we're in a very important room. This is our Emergency Operations Center. We hope that we don't ever have to be in this room, but if we have to, tell us a little bit about what you've designed, what you've been able to accomplish in here.
The design is set up to where other agencies can come in.
Sure.
And have a place at the EOC as well as other city departments. The plan for this room is any type of special event that we may have to where it involves a large crowd or something of that nature. We'd be able to come down here. Sure. And oversee that operation. Well, of course, we can use it in disaster response situations, things of that nature.
Yeah, I mean, and that's something really to emphasize, you know, whenever that there's the threat of bad weather, storms, those things, our EOC will be on standby. So if at any point it needs to be activated, your emergency service providers are in place to be able to provide long-term assistance, to be able to have long-term communication, and that's something that was very important in designing this room.
Mayor, would you like to go see the roll call room?
Absolutely. Chief, we've been in a bunch of important rooms and we've seen all kinds of cool things, but I know this is a room that's near and dear to your heart because most of our administrative staff and our command staff have come up from being an officer and patrolling the streets. So tell us what we're seeing here and where we are.
You're in the roll call room, and this is where the shifts meet daily, conduct briefings, and get prepared to get out on the road. As we look to the future, we know that our patrol division will expand. Some of the numbers that I've looked at estimate that by 2035 that we'll be up to 500 officers.
Oh, wow.
And we're currently at 261 budgeted positions. So we definitely did plan on growth with this facility and see what the future brings us.
Chief, I want to thank you for taking us around the new HQ. I know it's something you're super excited about.
Yes, sir.
I know the council is excited about it, and we're really excited to be able to show this off to our community because, you know, at the end of the day, it's easy as we've invested and say that, you know, this is the police department's new headquarters. This is really the city of Murfreesboro's new police headquarters, and it's something that we want the residents and the entire community to know that they've got a jewel here in the downtown area and something that they can be proud of.